Hey, try to imagine this. You are home one day, tired and exhausted, and then you decide, I want to rest and enjoy my peace and quiet. Then all of a sudden, you hear someone knocking on the door. And since you're tired, you shout from the house, please, let me rest. I don't want to be bothered for now. But that person continues knocking and knocking and knocking. Will you let that person to continue staying on that door? Obviously not. For the sake of your peace and quiet, because you don't want to be bothered, pretty soon you'll get to that door and find out what they really want so that they can let you enjoy your peace and quiet. Exactly that is how you've got to be about your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, welcome back to another classic episode of Becoming Better at Humanity. If you're new here, my name is Judith and I use my life lessons to train people to get into their greatness. Wherever you are, wherever you are, whatever it is that you're engaged in, I am here every Monday to remind you that you have greatness in you. You have the ability to do more than you can imagine or even begin to imagine. On today's episode, I want to talk about how to hang in there during the hard, difficult times. For somebody going through tough times, maybe you lost a job, maybe you lost lots of money, you lost a property. In Kenya, we are on the process of choosing our leaders. We just voted the other day. Maybe you lost an election. For somebody trying so hard to put their head above the water. For somebody struggling, but things don't seem to be working out. This episode is for you. Perhaps that storm that you think has come to disrupt your path is just revealing it. Those valuable chapters of our lives don't get titles until much later. Here's what I've discovered about life. You will go through things, bad things, tough times, and you might not understand why those bad things are happening to you. Some days you'll be like, but I'm a good person, but I'm a Christian, but I'm doing this for my parents, but I'm doing this for my children. You will not understand why all that is happening to you. But once the storm is over, and then you try to look back, you are like, wait, I now understand why I needed that lesson. And in most cases, those moments are there preparing us for something bigger and better. If for those guys who watched my last video, and if you did not watch, I'm leaving the link in the description box. Please go watch. I spoke about how I made 100,000 Kenyan shillings using capital of 7,000. And I told you guys that the journey was not a picnic. It was hard. But you know what, guys, honestly speaking, without the rough time, without the embarrassment, without the tears, without the sweat, without the disappointments, I could not have learned. I now understand that was preparing me for something bigger and better. In the past, I was such an impulse buyer. I used to recklessly spend the little money that I got on things that didn't even matter. I did not even stop to wonder the time it took for me to get that money, the hustle I went through to get that money. Even if it was from parents, I think we don't stop to care where that money comes from. Let me tell you today, behind that money that you're spending carelessly, there's some hard work behind it. There's some sweat, there's some tears, there's some sacrifice behind it. So before you start spending it recklessly, I want you to understand that. So guys, those moments forced me to understand. They forced me to learn the importance of not only spending wisely, but also of saving. Do you guys remember during COVID-19 how life changed from 1 minute to the next? There are those people who lost jobs, people who lost businesses. Can you imagine a situation whereby someone did not have anything saved up in their bank account? Can you try to imagine the rough time they went through? So sometimes these moments are there preparing us for something bigger and better. And I can tell you guys that at the end of that year, I did not just come out with my 100,000. I did not just hit my target. I also came out a better person. I came out a better person. That is why I'm even talking to you about money today. We don't pluck money from trees so that you can start spending it carelessly. That is one of the lessons that I learned from that moment. Here's another thing that I discovered. It's how you respond during your moments of defeat that will determine or will define the type of person that you really are. And since you don't have a say on what happens in your life, life happens. What you have a say about is what you do about it. You have a determining voice into where your life can go. And so the only thing that you can do to hang in there during the hard, difficult times is to have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your business. You've got to believe in your company. You've got to believe in your service. You've got to believe in your ideas unquestionably. And believing in yourself, ladies and gentlemen, might not change your experience in life. But guys, believing in yourself will change your experience of life. That faith will put you into action because you know that you will certainly win. That faith will give you patience to carry on waiting for your season. That faith will give you patience to hang in there waiting for your best life, waiting for your success story. So you've got to keep moving by continuing to move forward, by continuing to run towards your dream. When it's hard, when it's tough, get up, go hard on it. In the midst of challenges, in the midst of tears and darkness, in the midst of opposition, get up, go heavy on it. Look inside the mirror and find your competitor. I do that all the time. That guy in the mirror, tell that guy in the mirror that it's just you and me. Remind yourself that you're fighting for your dream. You're fighting for your vision. You're fighting for your siblings. You're fighting for your parents. You're fighting for your community. You're fighting for your country. And you can't afford not to win. By that I mean, don't you wait or expect people to support you or cheer you on. Be your own best cheerleader. The bitter truth is, a lot of people won't support you until your win feels big enough to them. But you know what, guys? You can celebrate yourself. You can be proud of the sacrifices that you're making, of the steps that you're taking. And you won't sit there waiting for people's applause so that you find out how great you are. And you know the beauty of that? When you get to understand that, you move faster and with a clearer mind. You get to understand that whatever it is that you're doing doesn't have to make sense to anyone. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone. They don't understand your story. They don't understand where you're coming from. And their opinions means nothing. Whatever it is that they think or say about you, it's their business, not yours. And so you will take action only on the things that you know that will positively benefit you. Not for validation. Not to people please. And not suddenly because it's what they are doing. So guys, keep working through your struggles. Take a chance. Take more chances. Keep watering your dream. And when the time is right, your purpose will be fulfilled and you will be glad that you never gave up. It might not be this year. It might not be next year. It might take 2 years. It might even take 10 years. But one thing I know for sure, that if you keep showing up every day, you will certainly win. And the more you trust that you've got this, the sooner it will. There's that famous quote that goes, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. It was hard, but you did it hard. Thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time. Thank you so much for your continued support. The new subscribers, we love you here. Thank you so much. For the returning subscribers, I don't take it for granted. Thank you. For those who haven't subscribed, please go subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out each time I post a video. Also, leave a comment, like the video, let me know about your thoughts, let me know what you want us to talk about next time. And until then, see you.